gentlemen, it is an honor and a privilege to introduce our next international expert, Mr. Joel Bauer.
So write down the following number, $674,000. That's how much I made in 90 minutes. Write it down, because I'm going to show you how I did it. Anyone interested? Show of hands. US dollars. More important, I've trained over 1,600 other individuals like you with families like yours to do the same thing. Only many of them have made considerably more. Anyone interested? The secret is inside this bag. Anyone want to see what's inside my bag? Inside this woman's heart that you heard speak is exactly what you require. This woman right here that just spoke did it perfectly. So I want you to write down something else. Take out a sheet of paper, because understand something. I charge $30,000 to learn what you're going to get now for free. Oh, by the way, I noticed some people gave away books here to a few people. That totally ticks me off. No. I love David. I love everyone that gave you their book, but they didn't give it to all of you. So I'm going to break the law right now. You see, my book is also an international bestseller, 15 languages, published by Wiley, New York major publisher. It's one of 5 books. I will ask you to write down my name now so that you can request it directly from me, and I will send it to you illegally. Because I'm not allowed to give it out. They sell it, but I give all the profits to Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I think you have a wish. So write down my name, Joel, Joel, Bauer, Joel Bauer, Bauer, dot, you figure it out from there. See, we're not supposed to sell in here or advertise. Well, I'm not, I'm giving it away. Do I have the right to give away my life's work?
Yes.
And do you have the right to receive it?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, if you're one of my students in this room, you're a graduate of one of my advanced courses, please raise your hand and stand up and remain standing. So many of the, hello? Have I trained you? Have a seat. You're so busy on your phone. And let me tell you something, sir. Every moment you're on your phone with me will cost you a couple $100,000. I love you too. You know what, if we continue interacting, we lose for everyone. Later on, I'll address all your concerns. So you all have my book for free. What's inside my book? A portion of my life's work. They're called transformation mechanisms. Let me show you how all the money is made. I suggest right now, if you're in the back, you stand up so you can see what I'm going to pull out of here. Not in the front, but in the back. I suggest you squeeze in if you're in the back. That'd be difficult for the cameraman. They're not used to that. Guys, you might want to scooch in here, because when I pull this out, oh, this could be scary. It's a device that many of you are completely unfamiliar with. It consists of 25 moving parts, and each of those moving parts contains an emotion. Please write down step number 1. You have to be willing to tell the truth. That's the first moving part. It has to be your life story. It has to be the thing that you do well, whether it's a hobby or some form of personal mastery in business. It must be something that you have ownership of. Who believes there's something they do pretty well in here? Although they normally don't think about it as mastery, it's something you do with unconscious competence. Could be a hobby, could be showing love for your wife, your daughter, the way you raise your children, something with a degree of excellence. This is my wife. 3 amazing children came out of her. And I must tell you something, she raised them. And she enabled me to go around the world with this object. The object is called Profit Point. And Profit Point is something that Bill Gates figured out from Walt Disney. You see, there are 25 squares, and this is my remote control. And this has taken me all over the world. In fact, it took me to Dubai. And so when I plug in my 25 little things, step number 2, I put in the little stick on the side, USB. I've represented Intel for 19 consecutive years. I know a little about USB. I introduced it to the world. I've been around. When Tony Robbins came to me in the back of a limousine and asked me for information, that was over 33 years ago. When Mark Victor Hansen and Robert Allen, you may not know these names, but they're internationally renowned speakers, authors, and trainers, but I don't really care about them. I care about you, because what I found is that my process is entirely transferable. So write down, it's technique driven. Talent is not transferable. Technique is. I have no talent. Therefore, I can gift you what I have. The first thing you're going to receive from me is a book that took a lifetime to compile. I tore myself inside out and wrote a book with a professional writer, because I'm not a professional writer. Oh, write this down. There's a book inside you, and I'll send you free training that will show you how to write your own book. Anyone like to be able to do that? Because we all know from Mitch Carson, it's a vital skill set. Would anyone like free training on how to create the system that's inside you so you can position it online, which enabled me to generate the over $600,000? Oh, by the way, my wife was very upset with me. She said to me, "Where are you going tomorrow?" I said, "I'm on a plane." She says, "Well, what are they paying you?" I said, "I'm paying for the plane myself." She says, "You don't do that. You're supposed to be paid when you go somewhere." I don't like that. I said, "But I'm going on stage, and Mitch Carson committed me to the stage, and I've never done this before." And so I plugged the pieces together, and she wasn't happy about it. She likes guarantees. I didn't have a guarantee at that point. I got home the next day, so write this down. This is 32 hours later. So I'm never gone very long. Dubai's a vacation for us. Oh, write this down. You get to travel the world and vacation everywhere, doing what it is you love and getting paid to do it. Oh, and if you have a fear of public speaking, write that down. I want you to maintain that fear of public speaking. I just want to make you a little fearless. How many of you, if you opened up your laptop computer and you literally clicked on the slide and you just told your story with those slides, there's Tony Robbins raving about my book, and it pops up on the big screen, and all I do is walk in and tell my story so the audience can live. There are my books, international bestsellers, and so I just walk through the moves.
My next guest has motivated everyone from Tony Robbins to Fortune 500 companies. He's all about unlocking the power of the human mind. Please welcome receptionist Joe Bauer.
This is CNN.
Joe Bauer and Associates is a multi-million-dollar consulting firm to a list of Fortune 500.
What a load of crap. See, it does all the work for me. I want you to stand up in this room only if you want the following. Regardless of your fear, your apprehension, your trepidation, you'd love to be able to tell the truth, have it organized in a way with a formula that enables you to generate the kind of money you make in a year in 90 minutes or less from the privacy of your home on a webinar, teleseminar, stage platform, one-on-one, one-on-50. Who would love to be able to do that if they could and if I gave them all the tools? Stand up. I want to see your butt off the seat. That's a good move. You move aside there. I'm taking your seat. My shoes are cleaner than most of you. These shoes have never touched the pavement. They're called show shoes. So in my show shoes, I have a gift for all of you. Ernesto is going to send you an email, and it will not be a solicitation because we don't do that in Media or Internet City. Nothing is sold here. We only give gifts. And so my gift for all of you today is on the 27th of this month. I am remaining here at dramatic expense because we're supposed to go home for our child's graduation and we're cutting it lean tight. I will spend a full day with you and I will give you nothing but gifts and sell you nothing. Who will be with me on the 27th? I will teach you the entire matrix, not in 5 minutes, but over an entire day. I will also give you something called a dream card, my books, my tools, my systematic approach. You will leave there in 1 day. How long will it take you to implement what you learn? You'll be able to do it that night. How long would it take before you saw results? The next morning. Who's going to be with me on the 27th? Oh, by the way, if you bring some friends, we'll fill the room up. You don't have to do any marketing. I want you to write down your budget for marketing when I get done with you, 0. Your cost of generating income, 0. Your book from within, the system from within, cost production, 0. Cost of deployment, 0. Who likes this idea? Low cost marketing, high cost yield. I want you to write down a name. His name is Peng Joon, PENGJOON.com. Now you're going to see a man who, when he's naked, weighs 130 pounds. He's not too tall, but he's the most powerful man I've met in quite some time because he implements and does exactly what you tell him. So Peng Joon was raised to be a farmer. He came to me after his father spent $350,000 to train him with the biggest trainers in the world, and he failed miserably. He failed entirely. And then he heard about me because I'm a best-kept secret. The same way that David Fagan heard about me. And many of the other speakers you've heard speak today that heard about me, studied the process, and have had dramatic results. And here's what's interesting. David Fagan, who you met earlier, I can be mentored by him. Mentors mentor mentors. How many of you know when you're beyond being taught, you're dead? We are under construction. And so I only wish that I could spend my day with you on the 27th of the next month, because I'm sure I'd learn a world of transformation from you. And so understand one thing. In the future, when you get done with me, I'll be studying with you online, downloading your systems, hearing you speak, seeing you on television, radio, newspaper, and magazines. I'll be sending you a lot of gifts. And so for right now, no applause, because applause signifies the end, and we have just begun. Allow me to silently and gracefully leave and start preparing those gifts. Oh, by the way, Peng Joon just generated $16 million at the 2.25 year mark. And all he did was take the matrix I'm gifting to you on the 27th, put his life story in it about being a farmer. He just broke the $16 million mark, which in Malaysia is a whole lot of money. US dollars. He dreamed of meeting Tony Robbins and Kiyosaki. Now he speaks before Kiyosaki and Tony Robbins on the same platform. I'll see you soon, and if I don't, my gifts are on their way, and you owe me nothing in return. Share them with your family. My love to you.